Let's get this over now, shall we, everyone? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final part of Ashes to Ashes. I hope you are all excited to see how all of this unfolds and what dastardly ending we have planned for all of you. But before we get started, shall we catch up with our players?
Hi, I'm Katya, and I'm going to be playing Credina, the Zingaran Beastmaster.
Hi, my name is Charlie, and I'm going to be playing Adon, the Argosian Shaman.
Hi, I'm Shaun. I'm playing Barassus, the Aquilonian Knight and hero of the story.
You don't have to do that
every
time.
time.
Every time!
What has to be now?
When we last left our players, Saldar had the friendly merchant that he'd met on the way, an old friend of Barassus, had given him a ride down to Auld Heath after a rather terrifying fight with members of Hawkeye, who happened to be Credina's old traveling crew, circus people thing. They had discovered that certain other people in the team party members had not exactly been truthful exactly on what it is that they were capable of, as they discovered that good old Alucio had been hiding a secret all this time that he happens to have known how to work magic. When we start the game, they are on the road, making their way slowly towards Auld Heath. The sun is rising, they've not had any sleep, and they're all exhausted. But spirits are, to say, not exactly high, but not precisely low. Their journey is at an end, and they are one day ahead of schedule, which is rarer than most people thought. To be honest, I didn't think they were going to make it.
We're winning!
Our mood is average.
Sada is driving the cart, but would gladly hand it over to one of you if you want to stay.
Oh no, that's fine.
The
I
donkey.
didn't think so. Yeah, donkey.
Alright, I'll take the donkey.
Yeah, sure, it passes over to you and sort of stretches out, big fat man he is, and sits down next to you all and is like, so, what is it you're doing at Auld Heath?
Well, old friend, there's just some business we need to take care of. Just a small legal matter.
Seems rather strange. Auld Heath's been abandoned for years. No one's been down there for quite a while.
Oh. Probably best that we don't involve you too much. There was all that trouble back at the inn.
Is the part where you told me to go and leave you behind so you don't know where to get back? Because I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because I don't really want to go to Auld Heath. I'm alright just leaving you here and then getting back. And then you pay me the money you owe me later for your connections, right?
Well, I thought we agreed that if you got us safely to Auld Heath, then there'd be something in it for you in future trading deals.
Well, maybe I've altered the deal and pray I don't alter it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, he doesn't like to say that. I couldn't help it. I don't know where that came from. I'll take it back. He goes, yes, but that doesn't mean I have to go into the village. I can wait outside.
Oh no, sure.
Yeah.
It might actually be safer for you because we're not entirely sure what we're going to face there. It might be safer for you if you did stay outside. If you didn't want to hang around if things went bad, I'd completely understand, and it wouldn't affect the arrangements we have in the future, I'm sure. But if you did stay around, we'd appreciate it. If things were to go bad, I'm sure they would. I'm sure it'll be fine. You know me, Sardar.
Yes, that's the problem. Alright, I will be those odd.
That's how fast a donkey goes.
He goes, right. He pulls the cart up and goes right above that hill, work your way down into the valley, and you should be in Auld Heath. Shouldn't be too far. I'll wait right here. I'm going to make a small little camp. There's a bit of, it seems like a little bit of a cabin style over on that side. I'll give it a shot, rest in there. Come get me when you're back. I'm assuming you won't be long.
Oh no, it shouldn't take long. Do we know how long it's going to take?
Sprinkling ashes.
Is there some sort of ritual he's going to do to try and resurrect his father?
Alucio looks and goes, I'm just going to sprinkle some acid. I mean,
Fine.
I'm concerned it shouldn't take that long at all.
Yeah. A couple of hours at most.
I will wait for you for a day.
Oh wow, that's generous.
That is quite generous, actually.
Thanks, Sardar.
You're welcome.
Suspiciously generous,
Yeah.
right? Okay, good.
Never mind.
He gives you the nod, throws you like a bag of like, I don't know, like food or something. He's going to get away, which is nice. And then he lets his donkey move on down.
Can you check if it's poisoned?
Is it poison?
Yes, it's completely it's
Yeah.
There's dry stale bread in there, and a flagon of cold, almost warm wine. But other than that, it's fine. It's decent food. It's travel food.
I'll start on the wine then, since we're celebrating.
No,
we've arrived.
no.
Just a little.
I mean, let's at least get to the top of the hill.
Alucio goes to reach for some of the wine.
No.
Ow. Who's just like, what am I gonna do? I can take
Remember
wine.
that it is canonical now that we have a picnic blanket. So we're going to do this right. We're going to go to the top of that hill. We're going to see what we're doing, and then if it all looks good, maybe, quick picnic. But
Okay, Aegon.
You climb up to the top of the hill. Alucio does not feel sad that you didn't let him have any still sulking quite in the corner there. And as you get up to the hill, you look down through the valley, through the trees, and you see what looks essentially like an old, not village, heath. An old heath. That'll work. Heath below you. There's a small, tiny river running through it, coming from a bigger river that is coming from the side. The first thing you notice is the crashed barge that is crashed upon the side, busted up along there. The second thing you notice are the small stems of smoke coming from within the heath itself. They're not much, but they're tiny, and they're spitting up around there. And the sun is slowly starting to rise. As the credits roll, as the sun starts to rise in the corner, you get this beautiful view. You don't know what's happened, but something strange must have happened to you last morning.
So when you say it's a heath,
Yes.
like, do you mean like a moorland, like grassy plains?
Yes.
What grassy plains?
Yes.
Okay, let's go with that. Fine. I wasn't sure if Auld Heath was going to be a village or a ruined town or what.
It's like it's an old village.
Okay.
An old village.
On a heath.
On a heath.
So kind of overgrown.
Yes.
Okay.
All those words make sense.
How many buildings? Roughly?
You can count about maybe like 6, 7.
Oh, okay.
how big the buildings and scale of this room?
Oh my god! Oh my god, please!
If you hadn't gone there, I was going to.
You haven't gone down and you can't tell.
I'm sorry.
So much.
Each building is about the size of this room.
Size of this room, which I can't tell you because I don't know the actual size.
16 feet.
60 by 16 feet.
Okay, so there's a barge. Does it look like a barge that we might be familiar with, or might have attacked us a couple of episodes ago?
It does look very familiar. You reckon it's probably one of the barges that attacked you a couple of episodes ago.
Oh,
Dina,
I'm sorry.
this is all your fault.
Remember, one of those barges made it through.
Oh yeah.
So the little plumes of smoke, does it look like something's burning, or like there are campfires, or can we not tell?
Can't tell from here. There's too much of a shadowing. There's too much. The sun's not in your eyes. Everything's looking bad. You have to get closer.
Oh well.
Now the question is, are you going to stop at that picnic?
Maybe not.
No.
We'll do it on the way back up.
Yeah.
Perfect.
When we've won.
When we've won the game.
Yeah.
All right. You begin your descent. As you do, stealthily begin your descent down the
great with
plains
stealth.
and everything else. You take your time and you go down slowly. And as you do, a very soft mist settles from the morning dew and rises within the area. It gives the whole area a bit of a darker grey vibe as you start to make your way closer and closer to Auld Heath. Now, please make your roll to observe.
All of us?
Just one of you.
Oh,
and
well,
the other one,
best.
Who's good at observe?
and
I'm
the
bad.
others can
Right.
help.
12 with the focus of
Well, there you
2.
go.
You're much better.
Let me get my eyes out. Okay.
How would we help? Just one dice each?
One dice each.
Yeah, I'll take 2, do.
I think that's fair.
No, take 1.
Nothing from me.
Just the 1. You help first, see if you get anything. Oh.
I did actually help.
Hey! That is 3 successes for me.
Or
4 including.
All right.
Four,
You only
including that
need
help.
2 to tell more. Looking from where you are and watching the fires come up, you can recognize that the fires are being built up from small, tinier fires that were made along the sides and being stacked up. You can ask me 2 questions, so put your momentum down for that, and I'll continue describing. What you definitely smell from that is human flesh.
Oh god.
Looks like someone is burning bodies in this location.
We have to go closer.
Yeah, we do. Okay. How long is this a current thing? They're currently burning
Looks like
bodies?
they were burning last night.
Last night. Okay.
And it's just the fires and embers are calming down for today.
And I'm gonna use all of it. And the bodies. Can I see any of the burnt bodies?
You can't see the bodies, but you can ask me a question.
I can say, are they wearing the armor of the barge people?
Like magic stuff. I'll see if it's magic-y.
Is it magic?
Yeah, no, you can't tell if it's magic or not. By
That
just
was
looking.
our question.
Yeah.
You meant to answer the
he
question.
said
I
no.
did. You can't see anything magic-y.
That's not how it works.
I'm upset.
I'm sorry. You can't see traces of magic from the burning of the bodies. If there was traces of magic, it would be something you have to actually closely examine.
Okay.
Not just by looking.
This must be obvious, but roughly how many of these plumes of smoke are there?
About 5.
Okay. Are they close together or are they spread out?
They're spread out.
That's weird.
And we can't see any people.
You can't see any people.
I think we should go closer.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
I mean, should we
Perfectly normal.
Lucio's like, does this seem normal? Am I the only one who thinks it's normal? I don't think this is normal.
Listen, we've seen you burn
Normal
a lot
thing
of
to
people
do.
to death now, okay? Like, this is a thing. Stop it.
Did you do this?
I didn't know. This isn't my magic.
Okay.
Wait, were there specific instructions as to where we have to sprinkle what's-his-face's ashes?
No, just come to the town of Auld Heath and sprinkle it here.
Well,
Cool,
here we
let's
are.
put him down here and leave.
No!
There we go.
At least the very last thing I can do is honor my father's wish and sprinkle it within the town.
We're within the town.
Not quite.
Not
quite.
Ugh.
We should probably swing down by the river to get a closer look at the barge, just in case there's people still on the
I
barge.
mean, or do we just run in and just run out?
I think we should run in and run out.
Slap down, it's just run back out again.
I don't think there's
no,
any
I think-
reason to go to the barge.
I mean, it's worth cancelling out the fact, if we can know there's no threat coming from the river,
Yeah.
I guess.
Because the rest of it is landlocked and they could come from anywhere, so it's good to know where they're not going to come from.
And maybe we could take the barge back. Probably not.
Probably not.
But maybe.
Just wave to Sardar as we say the word.
I can try and make your way to the barge.
Yeah, but I think we should just remove it as an area of threat.
That is true. That's a good idea. Right, make me who's going to lead the stealth check?
Not me, because I don't agree to it.
I will then.
If you do, everyone will have to roll individually.
I can roll.
What if I don't?
Well, if someone else with a certain talent for being stealthy,
It's me.
Well,
I can give my stealth to 2 people.
That's
which I'm guessing
convenient.
not going to be you. It's going to be you and Alucio.
yes.
You got to roll on your own.
Lucio's like, I can take care of
got
myself.
stealth 13.
I should be fine.
I'm sure you can, but just let's stay together for the sake.
You should let me do things.
It's.
I've proven myself capable
11.
now.
oh, mine's 13.
Yeah, it's actually you're good on your own.
You control your
Yeah.
fiery tendencies.
Look, Alucio, we're just staying together. Like, safety in numbers.
Fine.
Don't give me this attitude.
Just chill. Oh.
Take 1, 2. Right, so this is for us 3. That'll be 1 success.
That's not bad.
That's not great.
And for Barassus, that's 1 success.
Yeah, great.
We're all average at this.
You make your way slowly around the heath and around Auld Heath, the town itself, till you get to somewhere near the barge. And as you arrive at the barge, you can see that there is sounds and commotions going on inside.
There you go. Can we make out if it sounds like there's a fight or if it's just
Not a
chat?
fight. Sounds like people moving about.
Just, okay. 1 person? Multiple
You
people?
can't tell.
Okay.
You just hear footsteps and movements on the barge. and things being lifted.
Should we do this, or should we just...
Are we sure it's one of the barges that was chasing us, or the barge we were on?
You were certain it's one of the barges you were chasing you because it
Okay.
doesn't have the same markings that you were used to on the barge that you were on. So it's not Sir No One's barge.
Well, one of them we saw go up in flames. It's not that one.
Probably not that one.
The only 2 barges left. No One's barge, which may have just kept going to get up the river, and this barge.
No one's barge.
No one, yeah.
Is it actually berthed somewhere, or is it run aground? Or
It's
is it...
run aground.
Okay. So it's not going anywhere.
I don't think we should make ourselves known, though.
I mean,
Like, we can't just walk in and be like, hey.
that tends to be our tactic. I'm gonna be...
Have you met the party?
But I mean, we could... Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get another fight. I'm hurt.
I just want to
I've got
sprinkle
no
some
armor.
ashes and leave.
I've got no armour.
None of us have any armor.
Maybe there's some armour on the barge.
Are we in the town yet?
You're outside the outskirts of town by the barge.
Okay, we're going into town. I've decided.
Alucio,
Yes.
Oh my god.
what do you think we should do as the arbiter of your the agent of your father's wishes? What do you think we should do? You want to be an adult. What in this situation? What should we do? There's obviously somebody on this barge, but the village is just there.
Are
There's
you
some strange
seriously asking
fires.
me?
There's some strange fires in the village. It seems like they're burning bodies. What do you think?
I
we
mean,
should
I'm
do?
not asking you, but...
No, we all are.
Well, I think we should split up. I think.
Terrible idea.
No. Listen to me.
Okay.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Have some faith.
Credina really wants to go into the town, and if we go into the town and I find a good place to scatter the ashes, we could get that done and get out. But at the same time, we don't know if us going into town is going to alert anyone, and the people who might be alerted might be on the barge. If 2 people were to go on the barge and confirm that while we go down into town, we met again outside, then we'd be good, right? We'd go in, scatter the ashes, you go up, get that done. At the very least, one of us will be able to get away from whatever happens there.
What if those 2 people get killed?
You've got the germ of an idea there. Let me elaborate on that for you.
Oh,
Can you kick the laptop? Kick it.
Ignore everything. We are experts at our field.
oh
There's no signal.
Let's get a sec.
no.
Okay. As I was saying,
Ignore everything.
you've got the germ of an idea there.
Okay, yes.
How about you and Credina stealthily, you're not so good at that,
I'm not
stealthily make your way to where you think you need to scatter the ashes? Or maybe you and Adon should go, that's probably a bad idea. Well, you and Credina should go and scatter the ashes. Out of character, is there somewhere that I and Adon could hide out in one of the buildings, maybe that's between the barge and the centre of town?
Yep.
So if somebody does come out the barge, we can ambush them so they don't take Credina and Alucio by surprise.
I'm
And it-
really not stealthy though. Shouldn't.
And if something were to happen to Alucio and Credina, we wouldn't be too far away that we could go and
Keep going.
and help them if we should need to.
Yes, there is a lovely place you can go right there by the edge, by the end of the
So
barge.
we wouldn't be visible from the barge or from the centre of town, but we could peek out. I think that's a great plan that I've just come up with.
It was a
Let's do
shared
that.
effort.
Now let's do that.
All right. Credina, shall we go? Shall we get this done?
Yeah.
All right. So Credina and Alucio start to head into town.
Too
What do you-
stealthy to hiding.
You two are hiding where you are, right? Credina, you start to make your way towards the center of town, and as you start to get closer and closer to the center of town, that's when you pick it up. There's a sound. There's a small little like not like much of a sound, but a humming, like gentle, calming humming, almost like a hymn being said and prayed as you're getting close to the center. And Alucio stops and looks at you like,
Is it close, the sound?
sounds like it's probably around the building, like around the corner somewhere. Probably around the center itself.
Can we go and peek?
You go around the corner and you peek. You see, there's that right down there, there is what looks almost like a tree that is growing near the center. It isn't very big, but maybe like about yay high, so about maybe like 5 foot high. But on it are all these decorative little like charms and tied up to this tiny little tree. And kneeling on their knees and praying and humming a soft sound is the old man that you met earlier, Aaron. This guy. And he's just sitting there and he's calmly giving like a hymn towards it.
You're not there, nice. Can I...
You draw your weapon and you charge up. Okay,
Can I approach him?
Yeah, you can. You approach him softly and Alucio follows behind. And when you get about maybe 15 feet, the hymn stops. The hymn stops. And you hear him go, I was wondering how long it would take until you arrived. He slowly gets up and like he turns around, doesn't stand because he can't seem to walk properly. And he turns around, he faces you all, and he's still on his knees, and he closes his hands together, and Aaron sort of looks at you, and he's like, I was wondering exactly what you were doing within that forest or on that barge. I guess my theory was right. You were coming to Auld Heath. Are you also coming for a pilgrimage, or are you coming for other reasons? Or is it something you can't tell me?
Oh, we're just here on family business.
Alucio nods quietly, and the old man goes, well, since you are here and Samkri is currently occupied, if it's alright with you, if you could give me a hand moving up towards the well, that would be nice. I could do with a drink of water. The water here is still fresh somehow.
Okay. I'll help him.
No problem.
But while I'm doing that, can I also ask him what he knows about the burnt bodies?
Alright, so he puts his hand up so you can help carry him, and you lift him up, and Lucio's just quietly following along. And then ask him.
Do you know anything about these strange fires?
When we arrived last night, this place was on fire. I have never seen Auld Heath to be so burnt, especially considering the incidents that happened here so long ago. We stayed not that far off, nearby enough to watch what's happening, and came down in the morning. It seems all these people were soldiers of some kind, or some kind of mercenary troop. Whatever it was, or whoever was here, they decided they didn't deserve to be here anymore. Slaughtered the whole lot and left their bodies to burn. Perhaps maybe it's a sign, perhaps maybe it's a vision, perhaps maybe it's some words.
What happened a long time ago?
He goes, well, Auld Heath was never exactly quite a happy-go-lucky central town. It was always by the river. It was a nice little stop for barges on their way through other parts of Numidia, mostly south, and perhaps maybe going to Zingara and Stygia all the way on. But if there was anything that was known for, it's become the place that God has forgotten. A terrible curse was placed upon the people who are from here. A curse so strong that affected even their children and their children's children. Wars upon wars that have been fought to and fro from Numidia have always had a linking to this poor little village. And it's in this very village that the ones that they call the cursed children of Numidia were formed.
What? I look at Alucio awkwardly.
Alucio,
you didn't hear any of that.
Listen, don't worry about it. Alucio just like quietly sitting there, his arms folded. And then Alucio goes, so who are the cursed children of like Aclonia or Numidia or Zingara or whatever it is? And the old man goes, it's funny you should ask that. No one knows exactly where the term itself comes from or who was the first to actually be coined with it. But the cursed children are people who are both blessed and cursed by the gods themselves. They have the power to change the world. Fate doesn't mean anything to them. They are elements of causality. Where they arrive, disaster and miracles apply. Mostly disaster, lessly miracles, because the heart of man cannot be changed by the easiest of things. But it is through them that the world will change. It's through them that wars are fought, and it's through them that wars will end. If you happen to be a cursed child, it is not a very happy fate indeed. We'll cut away from you. I'm going to cut back to these to you. As you are...
Have we got that wine?
We lay out the picnic blanket.
Wow! You can see people are starting to come out. You hear noises.
Come out of what?
Of the barge.
Okay.
And from where you are, you can make out the noise of about maybe 3-4 people coming down.
Okay, can I poke my head round to have
Make me a stealth check to see if you're stealthy enough to not be seen.
Do I know what the difficulty is?
No.
Okay, why would I?
Can I help?
No, you can't help with a
okay.
stealth check.
I could put something over you.
Well, actually, yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay.
See if I can help. Sure.
Nearly gave him a doom, but thanks.
You're
You go
welcome.
first.
That's one help.
And is that a 7 or
7.
1? Okay. And that's 2.
That's 2. You poke your head around the corner, carefully seeing, and the first thing you see Mundak's a big man, buff, working out, harness tied up to him.
This guy.
You see Sunqueen, but you also see, walking along with them, their clothes a bit tattered, their body a bit weakened and quite hungry, is your entourage.
Oh. Is Sostus there?
Yeah, Solstice is there.
Oh, he's alive.
Yeah.
Oh. It's all going to work out fine.
Now you've got Solstice back.
Okay, is the whole entourage there? Is anybody missing?
You're definitely missing people, but there's 3 of your entourage left.
Including Sostus?
Including Solstice.
Are they going to walk past us, or are they walking somewhere else?
They want to walk past you towards the center of town.
Do they look badly injured?
They look really badly injured.
Oh,
The
that's
big guy
unfortunate.
looks fine.
Of course. So, like, does he look like he's leading them, or
Walking with them.
Okay. I'm going to wait until they get close enough. I want to hear if they're talking, if there's anything I can hear.
What was your stealth check?
Originally?
Yeah, that one just made right now.
Wait, wasn't that observation check? Wait,
You got
stealth.
2.
That was 2.
2. You don't have enough men to ask me a question, but I will let you give me a doom to ask me a question about what they're saying if you want.
Sure, I'll take a doom.
Okay.
I want to know what they're saying, Lloyd.
They are whispering to each other, they're talking, and they're talking in hushed tones, and they're going, "We will be here for possibly today, and then tomorrow we shall go. I hope your master does turn up like you say they will."
Who said that?
Sunqueen to Solstice. Say Sunqueen? No Sunqueen. I keep
Subani.
Subani! Sunqueen! Get off the freaking thing! You're distracting me! Subani to Solstice.
Wow.
That's right. Go away, viewers.
How dare you, viewers?
That's
How dare
some
you
viewer
distract me?
involvement right there.
You know what? Screw it. His name is Sunqueen now. Makes my life easier. There we go, Sunqueen. Congratulations. You are now a big buff guy and a harness for carrying people. Congratulations, Sunqueen. There. It's easier. Sorry, Sunqueen. I take it back.
Okay. I want to wait until they've walked past and stay out of view until they've walked past.
All right, no problem. There's no, they don't know you're there.
Okay.
So they just carry on moving. Do you do anything else before I jump away from you?
Does it look like they're going in the same direction that Credina and Alucio went?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
I want them to get a little way ahead, far enough that I think we could tail them without being noticed. Obviously, I'm expecting stealth checks, but I'd like them to get a little way ahead so we can tail them without being seen.
No sweat. No problem. You can get ahead if you tell them. So you're going to tell them, right?
Tell who what?
You're going to tail them, right?
Tail them, yes.
All right, cool.
We're gonna tail them, but they're injured and our friends.
I don't trust Subani. Sunqueen. Sorry, Sunqueen.
So we'll call him Subani so we don't
Okay,
have to
yeah,
call
we-
something that we don't trust.
Don't trust Subani.
Subani gave us a fish. And those 3, Sostas, I have in my diary something about him being like a plucky young man.
We're
He
in
is.
dangerous territory. We don't know what's actually happened here.
He's peppy.
I know you wrote Peppy down. Doesn't mean he's a good guy.
Okay.
We're in dangerous territory. We don't know what's happened in Auld Heath. We don't know what all this nonsense is.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just go.
I'm not dying here because you wanted to trust a strange man.
You know it's fair, okay? No, I have a very bad track record.
To be honest, you all have very bad track records for
I
trusting
don't.
people. Except you.
I don't trust anyone.
I give this life to the Lord of the...
I didn't trust it. I was saving my own life. It's fine.
Right. Alright. Oh, there we go. Hand down. So, you slowly make your way toward following them. We'll come back to you. And he goes, and so that's why I'm here. I came to pay my respects. I'm on a bit of a pilgrimage myself. This is the place where an old friend told me to meet them if something were to happen to them. A place for us to do an exchange of vows and for me to take my penance. Which is why
Like a
I'm going to
wedding.
ask a very interesting question.
Okay.
What is your name again?
Oh.
Esmira.
Esmira, do you happen to know the person known as Alucio?
I've never heard that name before.
Oh, it should be. Alucio, of course, is like...
Although I do believe he's some royal in Aquilonia, perhaps.
I believe you are right. I believe he is a young man, quite peppy, fairly well built. Quite good look. Quite decent looking, I've heard. Quite decent with a rapier. Travels with an older gentleman known as Barassus, who is the retainer of the whole area, and works for the House of Malachi. About maybe 5 years ago, he was escorted by this lovely person called Credina into Kodava, and with another person who isn't quite as peppy as the Autumn Adon, and they helped negotiate the meeting between the Prince of Kodava and the people of Colonia, which helped push the war forward. None of this sounds familiar to you at all, does it?
No, but it sounds like an interesting story.
In that case, I suppose we don't have to worry about anything else. Is there anything else you'd like to do here, or are you perfectly fine?
You know, it was great seeing you again. But
He looks at you and he sighs, like he's clearly cocked you, and he's just like, I'm not gonna try and force this on you. If you don't want to say anything, they're not going to. And
who is it you're meeting?
Lucio, I believe. After all, Malachi did tell me to wait for him here.
Huh. Okay, bye.
Lucio's like,
We don't know if he's gonna kill him or not.
Lucio looks at you like, are you sure? I don't know what to do. Like he's genuinely like surprised by this.
Okay, should I?
It's up to you.
Up to you.
I'm not gonna force you into it. Lucio might force you into it, but I'm
Okay.
not gonna force you into it.
On second thought.
Okay. The man rolls his eyes like, oh please. Are you afraid that the man who cannot walk and has no legs is going to do something bad against you, Esmeralda?
Esmeralda.
Did I ever?
Esmeralda.
My friend Bean here.
Mhm.
That's actually just a nickname.
Oh, is it?
Mm.
Mm.
His birth name is Alucio.
Oh. And I'm supposing that panther of yours is not the fabled panther that you used in the wars against Numidia and Aquilonia to slaughter thousands.
Actually, it is.
Oh, okay. Then I'm glad everything's sorted out. Alucio, yes? It is a pleasure to meet you. I knew your father very well, and we were old friends. So it's nice to know that our relationship is still going as strong as ever. And he takes a deep breath, and he sort of bows to him gently, and then he goes, I believe my entourage are coming. I assure you we mean you all no harm. In fact, we may have a gift for you. May I ask where the others are?
I believe they're by the barge.
Oh, then they must be on their way here then. He says as Subari and Sostas and the other entourage come along. And he goes, I believe those 3 men are yours?
Oh no, those aren't mine.
Oh,
Those are Barassus.
oh fair dues. Where's Barassus? And Sostas like, Barassus is here?
Shut up, Sostas.
Shut up! Do you want to reveal yourself at any point, or are you staying hidden at the moment?
Wait. Okay, so we were following them, trailing behind them. Can we see?
You can see
ahead
Credina, you can see Alucio.
by this weird tree with stuff and
Why is weird?
with Aaron, no surname.
AA wrong.
Well, nobody's got to say anything.
Really wrong.
I think we should go say hi. It feels rude.
Yeah, you go and say hi.
I will.
And so as you're like, and then you're like, hello!
I have
Before you do
wine!
that.
I'll call out and say, Sostus, could I have a moment of your time?
Sostus turns and goes, he's back! And the others like come with them and they're like, my lord, are you alright?
I'm fine, how are you?
We're fine. We survived that. I'm glad you're alright.
Yes, congratulations on
Nice.
surviving.
Adon, are you okay?
Thank you for asking, Sostus. You're very peppy.
Thank you.
Everyone's happy, yeah?
Today.
Could you explain what's happened here?
We
Bodies,
followed your
fires.
orders. We kept going to try and distract them from you so you could get away. Eventually, we just kept moving on until we came up to this village. We decided if anything was to happen, we may lose you, and we knew you'd come to Auld Heath no matter what. So we paid no one how much we were supposed to pay him, and then we jumped ship. But when we got here, the boat also crashed. So we started to hide in the forest. We came here this morning to see if there's anything else we could find or any kind of sign of you, and we found it like it was here. Fortunately for us, Subari and that lovely old man Aaron took us in and gave us some food and helped keep us
How did you end up on the barge that was attacking it? The barge that was attacking us?
We weren't. We got off our barge
Oh,
and went
I
to
see.
hide in the forest
And then
around
this one
here.
just crashed.
Yes,
And the people that were on the barge, are the bodies being burnt?
it looks like it. All these people from the Hawkeye. I guess they really didn't have that many people after all.
Told you so.
Is Tsubari hanging around? Out of character.
You see him there around the corner. He's talking to Aaron and you.
okay.
He's coming next to you to hang out.
Uh,
High five.
These two strangers, Tsubari and Aaron,
Yes.
have they done or said anything unusual?
Why? I mean, they fed us. I didn't.
Very peculiar.
I didn't. How dare they? I didn't think it mattered. We were just grateful to be fed, really.
The rest of us, they're exhausted, okay? They just barely escaped with their lives. Let them relax.
Well,
Our
we
friends-
need to all escape with our lives.
Yeah, okay. Our friends are there. Let's all go, and we'll share some bread.
Especially
And talk this
sauce.
over.
That's fine. I give you leave to go and speak with your friends.
Oh, thank you. Let's go.
Let's
Shaun.
go.
No,
Let's- off
just
we
speaking
go.
to Adon.
Oh.
Oh.
I guess. Bye, Adon.
Yes.
Oh, before you go, can you check my entourage for wounds?
Let's go all sit down together, and we'll do that.
Is that alright, sir? My liege?
No, you'll have to be alright. It looks like Alucio might need some protecting from that old man.
Yes.
We should go and make sure it's safe.
I'm not sure Luke's going to take that old man with no legs.
Alright.
Okay, let's all join up.
Alright, so
Yes,
eventually
nice.
all of you come together, and as you do, you're here by the area. Coming into this area with this tree is actually quite calming, especially for you. Being in this tree gives you this sense of like peace and moment, and you feel kind of at home, which is weird and strange. And as you all come in and take a seat, he looks to Subari and goes, Subari, please, do you still have the resources and stuff that we picked up over the time? So he goes, he nods his head, and he goes, well, in that case, we're here now, and it seems the sun is still rising, and we still have some time. Shall we get some food?
That sounds perfect.
Picnic blanket time.
And it's absurdly large.
Okay.
Can we also sprinkle some ashes?
Oh yeah,
Before
we'll do
lunch.
that thing.
Alucio looks up and goes, yeah, we should probably do that.
Is there anywhere you want to do it particularly, Alucio?
Can we do it after the food?
No.
What is that?
Why?
Dessert?
No, I mean, I feel like I'd like to get myself. We've been traveling all night. I'm tired. Can we just?
He needs a moment.
Why is he being pathetic?
He needs to say a final goodbye. Okay? Alucio, take your time.
Thank you.
As long as it's actually... No. Don't start saying, I need some time and then come and eat all our bread and wine. Okay, if you need time, go take some time, but just...
let's I would like to request to eat first, and then I will find a space around here that will make the most amount of sense. And the old man goes, I know a great place you could do that on, by the way. You could do it on your father's home. It's not that far from here. Oh, did you not know? Malachi was in Midian.
Dun dun dun.
Well, he hid that well.
He did hide that very well,
He did
didn't
hide
he?
that well.
Did he? The funeral?
Well, I mean, until he died.
Until he
did.
died.
Yeah.
That one.
He didn't have an accent or anything.
That is true.
And I speak Nemedian.
yeah, you do.
Hello, I am the Midian. Anyway, he carries on and like he starts to it's almost called Sabari, not Samkwi. Sabari comes in and gets some food on a small fire. Then the sun starts to go a bit more. All of you refresh. If you have any wounds that have not been treated, you can now consider them treated. Just treated.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Just treated.
Didn't have any wounds. I had some vigor across that, but that's all back now.
That's all back at the scene.
Oh yeah.
And as the conversation goes on, you see everyone is slowly lighting up and getting to just spirits, and I shall deal with you all one by one. So we'll cut to you, Adon.
Oh.
And as you're sitting there and you're so minding it, the old man is like moved and saddled up next to you and is passing you some wine.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's good to see you got here. Okay.
I'm just happy I was able to get here alive.
Me too.
The journey is hard, especially for one who is cursed, if I'm not mistaken.
I can only assume so. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. I do have a few questions for you.
Ask away. I've got nothing to hide.
You remind me a lot of someone I used to know.
Who?
A lovely lady. Quite pretty, actually. Quite a while back.
Oh.
You have her eyes. Do you know? May I ask where you're from?
Well, I was actually born as part of a traveling community. I'd never really had a home. I just sort of was born. You know how it happens. Please tell me you know how it happens.
Don't have to talk.
Don't have to talk. Well, when I'm fun about the real ocean, very much. Okay. He smiles and he looks at you and goes, I think I get the gist. I think I'm with you. There's just something about you that always reminds me of a very special someone to me.
Oh.
Tell me about her.
There was, in case you didn't know, there was once, I wasn't always like this. I wasn't always a cranky old man. I used to at least pretend to have feelings. Unlike that amulet. I used to have feelings of some sort of way, and I met this lovely Stygian lady called Abasi. She was the light of my life, and I loved her very much. And although it didn't take very long for her to realize the kind of person I was, and as such don't want anything to do with me because that's my life in a nutshell, and my success with the opposite sex.
He's a bad boy.
What do good girls like bad guys? For quite a few years, I had some of the finest and most magical time in my life, and you rang a lot of her, which is quite surprising. You have her eyes.
Keep saying eyes.
It's very nice, very sweet. Thank you. What was it that drew you guys apart?
Oh, she died here.
Oh. Yeah, no, that'll do it. When?
She died of childbirth.
Your child?
Hmm?
Was it your child? A child?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
She died here, in this place, just before the curse itself was made. Another cursed child of Auld Heath, just like all the rest.
Cropping up everywhere these days.
Can't be sure about what happens, but what matters is that even in your eyes, as she moves on, you may do well to try and look into your birth. You might find something quite interesting in it. And then he sort of goes, and help me, Savannah, I need to go speak to Brassus.
Oh god.
And then
Mother?
and he's lifted up and brought towards you, and he takes his seat and he goes, so, Placidus.
Yes.
How are you? I mean, if that's the name you wish to go by, still.
For now, I'm glad we've arrived at our destination and this dangerous business can soon be at an end.
That is true.
What brings you here?
I actually was going to speak to you about that.
You came here to speak to me?
Yes. Well, not this place to speak to you. I think I was here to speak to your ward, Alucio.
Oh, yes.
So, how did Malachi die?
Have you forgotten?
No. I'm not sure that's any of your business. Are you investigating his death? Are you part of the legal authorities of Aquilonia?
Oh, none of the above. I'm just surprised, that's all. A man that isn't able to predict his death to the point where he can set his will to do certain things, such as telling me where to be within 10 days.
How did you find out he died?
A message was sent to me.
Before he died?
It must have been. It was told to be here on a specific moon at a specific time.
Any more instructions?
The instructions were to help his son reach his full potential.
What's your past relationship with Malachi?
I don't know. I don't see how that's any of your business.
Oh.
We'll tell you what. You tell me. You ask me one question.
Oh, fun.
And I'll ask you one else.
Tell me everything. What was your relationship with Malachi?
Malachi and I were old friends. We fought a war together back when he used to be a young Numidian.
I have no idea he was Numidian.
I don't think he told many people, but that's another question you have to ask. It's my turn. How did he die?
I suspect he was poisoned. I have no proof.
All right. Your question's next.
Yeah.
Wait, you're just going question for question.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
nice.
he's literally playing the mind games with Barassus. He's like, let's go.
What do you think he meant? What do you think Malachi meant when he wanted you to be here to help his son reach his potential?
I believe there's something special about Alucio, but you already probably know about that. And I believe he thinks that I, of all people, can help him realize that. And that's the reason why he's called me here. That's my belief, anyway.
Just write down my next question.
Okay. He looks at you and he cocks his head. And he goes, is Alucio a good leader?
Oh, God.
Oh.
Oh.
We're going to be here a while.
Is Alucio nearby?
No.
Okay. Is anyone nearby that could
Just
overhear?
these two.
Just me and him. Just one really old man. A
Two
young, handsome
people
man.
hanging out. Couple of cards.
He does try.
He wants to be, but he's got a long way to go.
All right.
He's making a note.
It's like, your question?
If Malachi thought you could help Alucio reach his potential, what special relationship or skills do you have that Malachi thinks would help Alucio reach that potential?
It takes a moment and he thinks about it a little bit more. And he goes, I have the right ear of the king of Numidia.
Ooh, shit.
Like a physical ear.
No. Oh, so you're not there!
Here it is.
Do you have any more questions on that one? Or would you like to make that your last question?
I mean, I could probably ask questions. What's your favourite colour?
All right then. In that case, I'll ask my last question.
Okay.
What did you promise the old hag when you sacrificed the member of the charged dragon upon the cauldron in Kodava?
Ooh, that's a spicy
And his voice turns darker, his eyes narrow, and for a moment, he almost looks threatening.
But how?
What did I actually promise the hell?
You basically promised her that you would sacrifice someone to her god.
I did.
And yeah.
I can't quite remember the exact words, but I believe that I said I'd kill somebody that I was going to kill anyway and say some words when I killed him. Somebody that was threatening the peace process.
You essentially, do you know what you did in that action? You essentially took a god, you brought him into this world, and then you slaughtered him.
I summoned and killed a god?
In
Why
a
didn't
way.
nobody tell me this sooner? I would have been telling everyone.
Well, I think you did a bit more than that. You may have left a bit of a vacuum within the heavens.
Oh. Rip in space-time continue.
No, not like that. Also, you're not there.
Could have had such an effect.
You know,
I knew I was destined for greatness.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
I think greatness may not be the term you're looking for, considering the repercussions of what you've done.
I don't see any downside to this at all.
You don't now. You will.
Just seeing the possibilities right now. When they hear of this back at home.
Also, I believe the actual slayer was a small, quiet man who sacrificed himself to ensure you were alive.
Were you there?
No, I just happen to have eyes and ears everywhere. Right here of a king. Very important.
Was the king and the media there?
No. Also, you're out of questions.
Wait, what? Damn it.
It's time to go.
Trixie.
I must say something, Barassus. If you're planning to play the game of espionage, you need to get better than that and let your ego say less and let your heart say more. Now, can we go fetch Alucio so we can begin this ritual and be done?
I think you
What?
probably will.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Mason.
Alright, so the picnic finally ends.
Oh.
Everyone picks up their food and everybody goes back. And the old man goes, "Shall we, Alucio?" And Alucio sort of like nods his head and goes, "Alucio, as this is a ritual, I think it's only fair that you ask and state who it is that comes along with them and gets to come with to the ceremony. Who would you like to pick?" And you see him looking around like,
Choose wisely.
I'm looking super happy right now. Pumped up. Thrilled with life. New lease on life.
"Adon." Like, he looks at you and goes, "No!" "Adon,
Yeah?
is it okay if you come with me?"
I would be honored to, Alucio. Thank you for choosing me. You made the right choice.
Don't you want a bodyguard?
And he goes, "Oh, that's a good point. Credina, could you come with me?"
I can.
What's that look?
Wait. Alucio, wait. Barassus,
Yeah.
could you fold up the picnic blanket? It's getting stains.
I like what you did.
Shall we go?
Away. Away we go.
You take a while and you're lifted up and you head towards. He's picked up by Subaru and Subaru's neck, and you head off towards the what looks like one of the huts, not that far off. The mist obscures things. As the sun is beginning to set, so everything got this like orange misty haze around everywhere. As you get to what looks like a very small but homely hut, you see Alucio's pulled out the urn that contains his father's ashes and he's holding onto them quite tightly, and his knuckles are slightly white. And you get to the door, and then the man goes, "If you are not familiar with an Numidian ritual, the ritual would be to go within the house to scatter the ashes and to burn the house down along with it, allowing his soul to remain within Auld Heath and travel with his family and friends for all time and eternity. And Alucio sort of nods and sort of goes, but how do you want me just to start a normal fire? Goes, Alucio, I think you have a way of starting fires that other people don't.
Alucio, don't listen to him. That harms yourself. We can start a normal fire, okay?
Alucio goes, no, I can do this. It's only right I summon for this.
If you're sure.
Alucio goes inside with the urn, and you see him going in and then basically placing the urn down in the middle. And then he basically lays it down. As he puts it down, he puts his hand over the urn. Then you see him pull out that dagger from before, and he touches part of his skin. When I touch by his skin, you hear it burn him, like see thin as a burn appears on his skin, and the fire slowly starts to spread within the house.
Go.
Okay, go on out there. I mean, respect, but on fire.
He nods and then he steps out, and the five of you are there looking at the fire burning up kind of gently, and he's watching the fire go, and he's trying to say something or do something, and he sort of looks over and goes, maybe I'd like to step away for a moment, please. Just
now?
I need a minute.
Yeah, of course. I'll drop her as done, Alucio.
I won't be long. And you see him basically step like aside from the group to go off to the corner, and he like hides his face so you can't see his face. And while he's away, the fire slowly changes, and Adon, Credina, for a second you think you can see a face within it.
Probably fine.
Recognizable face?
Only for a flash second. For a moment, you think you see Ferret.
Knew it. Oh, this seems bad.
Ferret?
Did you see that?
I don't know what you mean.
Daleman goes, I'll give you all a minute to have a moment to yourself, so I'm going to head back to the group.
Yeah, thank you. Did you see anything weird just now? Or
See what?
Nothing. That answers my question. Thank you for helping us with the ritual.
No problem.
I think you're just feeling guilty.
No, but you saw that too, right?
As he walks away, the face pops up again.
Lays backseat. Ferret!
Ferret!
Once again, you see this creature come up, and it tries to pull itself out of the area, and it's mouthing something, and it seems to be trying to speak.
Alucio?
Alucio is like, there's like, what?
Come see this. It's
Come get a look at
pretty important, I think.
Now, as he's coming back, you see him look over, like, as you're about to say, he looks over, he shakes his head hardly. Like, as you say Alucio to call his name.
Okay, Alucio, actually, no, we don't need you.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah. We don't need you.
Oh, all right. I'll head back.
No.
Oh,
Nice try.
Damn it.
Alucio, just come stand with me for a second, and let's
It
just...
shakes his head even harder.
Alucio, come stand behind me.
It's like
Credina...
It's telling you no.
What's the... Okay, fine. I will sit down, I will kneel down in front of the ferret fire. And I will just try and read its lips or anything.
Make me a sorcery test.
Okay.
While you see Alucio heading back towards the camp.
Alucio, stand still.
Just look over me.
Lucio's like, no, stop playing around with me. I'm going back to the camp.
Ferret's
I've done a
here.
thing. What?
Ferret is here.
No.
And he rushes up towards you.
There we go.
As soon as you get there, Ferret's gone.
Stay back. What is wrong with you?
He was here.
I swear to God.
What kind of joke is this?
You beansed it.
He's here in spirit.
That's not funny.
Alucio.
That's not funny,
Alucio,
and I'm
he
not
was
okay
here.
with it. He's not magically here. He's dead. He died because of what we did, and it's our fault he died. And there's nothing we can do about it. And I don't need you to make jokes about this wherever we go. All right?
Don't need stuff. No, that
I've had enough!
I could have sworn I saw him. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
I also saw him.
What is this? What kind of weird, sick joke is this?
I mean, I'd like to figure that out too.
Oh, look, can I spend a fortune or something to throw something real fiery onto the fire and just make his head just pop? Okay.
Unfortunately, no.
No.
That's what the dude was for.
Okay.
He screams in anger and he turns when he heads back towards the camp.
Angry boy.
Am I still doing a sorcery test?
No.
No,
The moment's gone.
Beans.
I gave you all the warning you need. You didn't listen. It's not my fault.
You stupid.
Okay, can I... Oh.
Meanwhile...
Did I notice any of
No! Nope!
Why was I?
You were back at the camp.
Did I go with them?
No!
No.
Getting armor polished.
So I didn't hear any screaming or
No.
shouting?
You didn't hear shouting from Alucio. And he comes back and he's in an angry mode. He's like trying to calm himself down and be cool and calm and just let it go over and just comes in and takes a seat and he folds his arms by the well.
I'm a little distracted by realizing I'm an epic hero with destroying a god. So, is the ritual complete? Can we leave now?
Yes, it's done. Let's go. I don't want to ever be here again.
Where are the others? Are they staying behind?
I don't know.
You don't know where they are?
I don't care.
Oh, that's not what I asked.
Sassy boy.
Look, Barassus, I get it. I'm not a great leader. I understand. I'm with you. I've had a moment, but I just had to travel 10 days to come and scatter my father's ashes for no real discernible reason than to realize that he's Numidian and everything is there. And now I'm supposed to go all the way back to my home where apparently someone's trying to get me killed so I don't lose all of my power and my lordship. What do you want from me?
Would it be so bad if you did lose all your power and your lordship? Is that what's most important to you? You've just found out some secrets about your father. Maybe there's some history here. Maybe Aaron knows more than he's letting on. It's my understanding that Aaron was asked by your father to help you become a better man. Maybe you need to spend some time with Aaron to understand your father's last wishes. I understand this is a traumatic time for you. I don't know what you've just experienced because I wasn't there. But I think maybe we need to have a conversation with Aaron to see what your father's intentions were.
No, we don't. I do.
There you go, fine.
And he gets up and he looks at you and goes, "You're right. I need to start taking more charge of my life."
Uh-oh.
And then he nods and then he walks towards where Aaron is.
Can I follow him? Not stride after him. Can I just saunter?
Saunter on over.
Sostus, look after the camp.
Sostus sort of nods quietly as he slowly starts to look a bit drowsy.
Actually, I'll make my way up to where they were. I'll
Okay.
leave Alucio to go wherever he's going to go.
True. Everyone's back together.
You beansed it.
Alucio's unhappy. What's happened?
Ferret was in the fire.
Excuse me?
I saw Ferret in the fire.
We both saw Ferret.
Ferret was in the fire. Ferret in the
And then
fire.
he beansed it.
Did Alucio see Ferret?
I never didn't see Ferret in the fire, so now Alucio thinks I made up burning his best friend alive in
What,
front of him at his
Ferret's
dad's
body
funeral.
is in the fire, or
Ferret's ghostly apparition face.
His spirit.
are you sure?
Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure.
It pops up again.
Do I see it?
You see it.
Sorcery check.
Make the roll.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but take 3 doom.
Alright! You're like, no, I am done with this. I must know what's
I'm
going on.
finding out what this boy. Oh.
gosh.
It's 4 successes and
Yes.
a complication.
Excellent.
Oh no.
It tries to speak to you. It's like doing its best to say something and it can't seem to do it. So it reaches out its hands, its burning hands, and it reaches for you like this.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, I reach out and or whatever it wants.
You reach out and it grabs onto your hand. You are in searing, horrible pain.
Happens most episodes.
Mark 1 wound. Mark 1 wound, please.
A wound?
Wound or vigor?
A wound.
So this is a new wound that's just opened up as well.
Yes. Ouch. Actually, no, I'll consider all your wounds to be treated. Just add a T to that.
Okay.
Because that'd be nice to you. I think it's fair that you would have time to like calm it down. Stop going away from it. I know it's the action moment. I got it. I timed it. Oh. As you reach out and grab onto the hands, you get this weird input that slams into your head. It just comes out of nowhere. And you can see Malachi in his bed. He's in his bed, sitting there, just quietly taking a breath every now and then, trying to breathe. He's running out of energy. And he's sort of like being sapped of it. He just looks like he's running down even less and less and less. And he's penciling another piece of paper carefully and he's writing in it more and more and more. And then he sort of puts it down and then he folds it up. And then he turns towards what would be your eyes. And then he goes, "That's it. That's the last letter. The will is written. The moment has passed. I have done everything you said I should do. Now, all I ask is that you make sure that Numidia and Aquilonia do not end up in a war. I don't care what it takes. I don't care who you have to sacrifice. And I don't care what it is that you need to get Alucio to do. All I need for it is to be done. That has been our agreement from the moment we met. Our agreement from the moment we were promised to you within the forest of Kodava, and the moment when a soul was given to you at the cauldron of Kodava. Do I make myself clear?" And you hear the old lady's voice go, "Yes, I will send my best agent." And then you flash back into the reward in your handbag. And Ferret's soul is looking at you like, "Tell me you got that. Tell me you got that."
Yeah.
And now you understand the words that it's trying to mouth at you. And the words it's trying to mouth at you this whole time has been, "Stop Alucio."
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay.
We need to run.
Quickly now, everyone!
Can we run over to Alucio?
What?
I'll explain the way, let's go!
Where are we going?
Alucio, now! Explain the way.
You turn to run towards Alucio.
Oh.
Why did you not go with him?
You see this.
Maybe some time with them.
You sauntered the wrong direction.
You start to run towards Alucio. You see Sostes and the rest of the crew are slowly starting to get up as you run towards them. As you run up, their backs are to you, and they slowly turn towards you. Like, do you say anything?
Well, didn't I see Alucio head off towards where Aaron was?
Yeah, but you can't see them around here. They must be around somewhere.
Okay. Sostes, where are
He runs you through.
Excuse me?
Yeah, like as you go, Sostes where he draws his weapon, he runs you through. As he does, you see his eyes are bleeding, running down.
Doozy earlier. I wasn't expecting the
I
bleeding
did ask you
eyes.
to check his
He's
wounds.
sleep deprived.
To be fair, I did. Is this from the picnic? Oh, I didn't check the bread. Beans, though.
Oh, well.
It's okay, you don't die. You got plenty of health.
I feel like we would have been able to lip read stop Alucio.
Not when it's not got lips. It's made of fire.
Fire
But
lips.
how?
Fire lips.
If it looks like ferret, it has to have some
It's
discernment.
ferret's
1,
eyes.
2, 3,
I know its eyes.
5. 5.
To...
To your... Ready for it.
I
to
mean-
your left leg.
You said I'm wearing my underarm, right?
Yes.
Your
One,
war
yes.
jammies.
Battle jam.
The
So,
war jammies.
how much damage, sorry?
4.
So-
5.
Okay,
So
4.
4.
Can he use fortune points to not get hit?
Not in this case. This was a surprise attack that he wasn't expecting.
I was not expecting that.
And
Not
Sostes has stabbed you, but you see his hands are shaking. And the
Actually,
other
that's fine.
soldiers are getting up, and they're all got bleeding eyes. And Sostes is trying to control himself, but he clearly has no control over it. We're in combat, everyone.
Oh, these guys.
kill them. No.
Let's kill all my men. Fuck him. No, go for it.
Can I see what's wrong with them? Like,
if you want to use that, make a sorcery check, I'll give it to you.
Yep.
Are they not coming at him with swords?
They will be after this.
Can I run to Alucio? I don't want to be here.
You don't want to stay in the fight?
No.
Then you have to run past them to get to them.
That's fine.
Okay, you know your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 doom, sorcery check. Let's break this thing. Oh, that'll be 7 successes.
Oh my god!
How many momentum do you get?
Well, okay, you needed 3 successes, so I guess that's 4 momentum.
Oh, Magic Boy's
damn.
feeling good.
Okay! You look at them and you recognize something. You don't know when this happened or what happened between it. But from the moment they have been in the area around Drowsy, something has been put into their system. Almost like, you know how you are good at alchemy? There seems to be a bit of alchemy, but a touch of magic at the end of it. Something running through their system is controlling them. And that's what's making their blood flow out of their eyes.
Okay.
Feel free to ask me some questions, unless you want to keep the momentum.
How do I stop the effect?
You would either have to find a way to take this specific thing and pull it out from their body. You don't know what this weird thing could be inside. Or you could kill them, that also would work. Or you could let it run its course, because it must be within the body, but the blood being poured out of their eyes is your body's rejecting it. So if you give them some time, it should be okay. If you give them some time. Any other questions?
If we knock them unconscious, will their body just get rid of it and also they'll be away from us?
There's a good chance that will happen. Okay. Or they will bleed out before that happens. 50-50.
Maybe we got more things to worry about than old Peppy. Okay, don't kill them, just knock them out. I've seen this, apparently.
It's a Unix system, I know this.
I know this. Just knock them out, don't kill them, and then we'll be out of here, okay? And they will be fine, and then they can come help us when they're feeling a bit better. They just need a nap. Don't.
I'm not here.
Alright, well,
Just
wait a
still
minute. Would you like to make a run check? Make an athletics test against them, and they're going to try and stop you in your movements.
Why? I'm so athletic-y.
Yeah, so you'll be fine.
Wait, take
Just
a doom.
don't fail. Yeah, give me that doom, boy. So let's see. 1, 2, 3.
2.
2. You are 1 short. You go to reach out to get past them, and one of them grabs basically your arm, and they pull you back. But they roll a 20, so you can't get past, but your panther can.
Oh, nice.
But the question is, what are you going to tell your panther to do when you lose?
Oh God, see, I don't know if Alucio is A, controlling this, B, also bleeding from the eyes. Oh God, okay.
What was the instruction? Stop Alucio.
No, stop Alucio. But I don't know whether it's already happened.
I mean,
No,
if it's
like,
already happened,
should I send it to
dead.
protect him? Help me.
It's your panther.
It's your panther. Make it happen.
Okay.
Tell the panther to kill Alucio, somebody says.
I mean, that is one way.
I mean, that will solve the problem.
Okay, go and protect Alucio.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
The panther leaps off to protect Alucio. Finally, your turn.
I would like to take my sword and murder Sustus.
Okay.
For daring to strike me. I mean,
I
he
thought
should
you
have
had
known
a
better.
thing going.
Yeah, I have a thing going. Can I use these momentum? Yeah. Okay, I'd like to use 2 momentum to kill.
I love this.
One of your tribes. Yeah, go away. Yes,
No, not lovers. I mean, I would understand it if Sustus wanted to be.
3.
Oh.
You shouldn't have told him.
I know it's better this way because you're already using 2 momentum. But like, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter. You literally cannot have nails in that die roll.
Well.
Wow.
That's 1. Each of.
That's
Wait,
2.
That's 2.
1.
Okay, and they're under my focus.
Yes.
Do I get extra for that?
No, it's just 2. Always 2. We've talked about this.
Well, that's 6 successes.
All right, that is 3 momentum.
Yeah, we're doing good at this.
Okay.
This is the first time you've ever done well in battle without me.
No, it's not. How do they? Okay, so sword damage. Oh dear.
Oh,
I'm gonna reroll
bad.
these 2. 'cause
Go
I
for it.
can.
Very good.
Spicy.
Oh.
Well, I think it's 6.
Are you sticking with 6?
Remember, you couldn't spend these to get more.
Can I spend those to get more?
You get one for one.
How many
So you
does it
take
take to
9
kill
to
him?
decapitate.
Yeah, I'm going to spend all 3 to get 9.
Okay.
9.
Oh my
All
god.
right. Now,
How
before
dare
you
he.
do, I just want to point something very important now. I gotta remember what this is. You can spend momentum to ignore amount of soak equal to twice the momentum spent.
Oh, you should
So
do
remember
that.
that because he's wearing armor, just like you.
But I'm wearing Under Armour.
Yeah, but he's wearing full armor. He's armored up. He's wearing entourages.
Okay.
So remember that.
So he was wearing. So I can use one of these to ignore 1.
2 soak. It's
Okay.
twice the momentum
I'll
spent.
use 1 for damage
Uh-huh.
and 2 to ignore soak.
Okay, that's
So
what's
ignore
good.
4 soak.
All right. So how much damage is that?
7 damage.
7. All right. You slice into him. Your cut is deep within his
I
chest,
hope so.
and you see him like cry, but he can't because blood is coming out of his mouth as well, and he's struggling to stay.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
As I hit him, I say, Sostus, I liked you.
All right. It is his turn. He, while he's there, is still trying to fight back, and he attempts to basically strike you, and he's like shaking his hand. Are you going to defend yourself?
Of course.
All right. You can defend. It'll cost you 1 do, but you can. Roll your parry.
Love to. Oh, wait. Have I got a parry thing? Wait. I thought I did. Oh, that's because my sword has a parry ability.
Yeah, oh,
Quality.
my bad. I'll put it down.
Okay.
Just don't worry about it. You're good.
Wait,
Just
what?
spend it.
Oh, wait. Am I not parrying?
You're parrying. Yeah, parry. Go
I
for
have
it.
it. Okay. Can I give you Doom to get
Yeah.
bonuses?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
How much Doom?
2 Doom.
All right.
Feel like this might be an important moment. That's 3 successes.
Oh.
It's good for you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. He can't hurt you that much, and you got tons of armor. You're not even
I don't
wounded.
have tons of armor.
Got your battle jammies.
You got battle jammies. Also, you're not even wounded.
I'm trying to do a little bit of bigger.
Oh, you got tons of bigger. You'll be fine. He's gonna do that.
You did.
I'll just start using these.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 points of damage.
Or 5.
6. He ignores your armor.
Why is he?
Oh snap!
Yeah.
You shouldn't have gone for Sostus.
You went for me.
He's got some real underlying anger.
He's gonna- Have you filled out your track?
What?
Have you filled out your vigor track?
Yeah.
It's gonna be
No,
fine.
I've got 3 left.
Got 3 left. There you go. However, you did take damage at more than 5, so get 1 wound. How many more wounds do you have left?
I have,
20.
yeah, I've only taken 1 wound.
Yeah, you're
total.
good. You're grand.
Does Sussex look badly injured?
Oh, he looks horrifically injured.
Good.
But he's not in control of himself, and also he's not.
Well, you say
other
that I
two.
couldn't possibly touch.
The other one also attempts to strike at you.
What's the other one's name?
The other one doesn't have a name, so we'll call him Belana.
Well, I mean, these 2 are here. Why
No,
not?
the third one's gonna go for you.
But
You'll be fine.
Aidon's here.
Aiden's fine. You can take a hit. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm fine.
You'll be fine. Are you going to parry this?
I mean, why wouldn't I?
Because every time you parry past the first time, you give me a doom.
do it.
Yeah. What's he gonna do with that doom?
Do it anyway.
Yeah. I'd like to spend fortune point.
Probably a good idea.
So that's 2 successes.
1.
Oh. Well, I mean, I've got 2 already.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
that's 4 successes.
All right. Give yourself 4 momentum.
4? Or
Yeah. I mean, no. 3 momentum. Oh, I almost forgot. Your difficulties now increase per wound that you have, so you actually have 2 momentum.
yeah, okay.
I knew that.
Do you want to spend a
Good
momentum
job.
to do something in this situation?
Can I strike back?
It'll cost you 3 for that.
Oh, unfortunately, I don't have 3 Lloyd plans.
Oh,
so
the
that
same.
wouldn't
For your
be
pain. Tears in your eyes.
Like,
I guess that's it.
yeah.
All right, and finally, he swings at you. The last person, who also know their name, so we'll call them Chibari.
Chibari.
Chibari comes at you.
I never liked these guys.
Okay.
Like Shibari.
Can I
They
parry?
play cards on the barge.
Yes, you can. Make your roll. Oh, 1, 2, 3 successes you need to be.
Take 2. Oh no, never mind.
Everything's fine. I believe in you.
Oh, 2 successes.
Ooh,
Oh, wait,
that's
no, 3
good.
successes.
Hey! Normally, I could spend a doom to match, but I'm not going to. I think
Thank
you're
God.
fine after this. And you just happen to get in the way. What did you use to parry?
My spiked spear.
Alright, so you catch the
like-
sword coming and you push him away. Just. Alright, now that was round 1.
Yeah.
Round 2. What would you like to do?
I want to finish killing Sostus.
I think that's pretty fair. Sauce is there, he's waiting for you. He is struggling to make control of himself. He's trying his best not to cut
He
you.
just looks like
He's trying not to hurt you.
I can't tell that. I'm not...
Yes, you can. Yes, you
I
can.
shouted that to you.
But doesn't matter to you, does it?
No, not at all.
So that's what you asked you to focus on, the fact you don't care.
I'm in danger,
No.
and this person that is trying to end my life. Not going to happen.
Go for it, throw.
How is it that
you
I'm the most moral?
remember, you have +1 difficulty to everything.
Yeah. Okay. In which case, take 2 doom.
Yeah, give it to me.
I'm here for another one.
That is 4 successes.
You beat his 2. Roll damage.
So wait. So,
Yep, you have 2 of them.
so we did it 2 successes, or was it difficulty 3?
Difficulty 3, so you have 1 momentum.
You're welcome.
Hey.
So roll some damage. Oh, dreadful.
Oh, you can reroll that.
Better.
And you want to use that?
He still has armor.
I'll use that to reduce the soak by 2, right? So I do 5 damage.
Alright, with 5 damage, describe how you kill Sostus.
No.
I would like to hack viciously
Oh my
at
God.
his neck.
Oh my god.
Like, how dare you after all I've done for you?
And as you do, he hits the ground, his neck is still attached, and he slowly bleeds out.
Oh.
Belana's still there, and so is Shibari. So what do you 2 do?
I'm running off to go and find
There's one-
Alucio.
right, another opposed check.
Yeah.
It's much easier now that Sostus is dead.
Right?
There's no need to...
Is it athletics again? Take a doom.
Should have been stronger willed. Dare he attack his master?
I've got 1.
He got none! You break free. You run off, leaving the 2 behind.
Do I get
Adon.
this as well?
No, you don't. It's exactly enough to get past. Not in that case.
I would also like to run off, I think.
Alright, I think the fact that they broke out allows you to break out just fine, leaving you to fight the last 2.
That doesn't seem fair.
You'll be fine, you can take it. Alright, shall we roll the 2 attacks?
I mean, if we have to.
Alright, so
I forgot you were
first
saying
attack.
that well.
Did Sostus have a shield?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. I can't.
Did I have any actions I have to
No.
Oh, because I could do with a shield.
Fortune point.
Oh.
I'll let you pick up the shield.
What does the shield do? Does it add to my soak or add to
It
the power?
adds to your soak.
Okay, what does it add?
I believe, I'm going to check. I always forget how shields work, so I have to always physically
welcome.
check it. Give me 1 moment.
Thanks,
Spend a momentum, and I will look this up.
Like
We're
one
here.
of
Why don't you talk about something that might be important?
Like this lovely table.
What lovely table? Tell me more.
Where did we get it from? Was it Geek?
It was Geek and Son. Do you know what the name of this table is?
What's the name of this table?
I genuinely don't know.
Oh my god, why'd you bring it up?
Maybe Steve could remind us.
Steve, do you happen to know what this
It's
table is
called
called?
Denis.
It's Dennis.
It's Denis.
Denis.
Denis
This is the knee.
from the
Geek
Geek
and
and Son
Son.
range.
Oh.
You can find it on the website. I know because I looked it up and I forgot it's called Denis. But it's a
It has
wonderful table. It
shinies.
has shiny lights and there's things you can add on like cup holders and things. And it's a table.
It's a gaming table.
It's more than a table. It's a
yeah, sorry.
lifestyle choice.
It's not just a table. This is a Geek and Son table.
The request to make the lights do stuff. Can we make the lights do stuff?
Steve, hit the
No,
lights.
Steve is no, not the outside lights.
And the lights do stuff. Look at this.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Can you see that?
Shiny. Okay.
Ba-da-da-da.
Lloyd, look up shields.
Okay, so I'm right now. A shield will help you
I
parry
don't know
for
what he
free,
did.
and it adds dice number of soak to your.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay.
Oh no! It's nice to we're going into dark. We're going to dark mode.
Spooky fight mode.
Oh, spooky fight mode!
Camera at all?
Is it not?
No.
It feels very spooky.
Okay, back to normal. All right, so
can I spend a fortune point to pick up the shield?
Yeah, I'll give you the shield. It allows you to parry for free, and it'll give you 2 dice of soak if they attack you.
That's cool.
Which is better than nothing.
Yeah.
All right, so both attacks are coming.
I'm going to parry for free.
All right, first parry. Oh, I rolled 2 torsos. Ignore that. First parry is 1 success.
2 successes.
All right, remember you drop it down by what's called you.
Okay, so 1 success.
So 1 success. You tie.
Oh no, Lloyd.
I'll roll again for a second one. That'd be nice.
For that.
I didn't get it because 1 to 1.
2 successes.
1 success.
Well, this is gonna suck for you.
Well, I've got 2
Now remember, roll 2 dice for soak. Roll it and pray.
2. Okay.
That's 3 soak.
Yeah.
That's still good bad. That's not bad. Pretty fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You live.
Okay, so 5 less 3.
Just about.
Yes.
So just 2. Oh.
You still have a box left, right?
Yep.
Oh, you right.
This is fine.
All right. We shall cut away.
Thank you
for the second, and we shall cut to you 3. You are running down this area, and as you're running down this area, the flames from the burning building that you left behind are starting to spread throughout Auld Heath. As they're spreading along and they start to move up, you see the tree, the one with all the charms on it, is starting to grow. And as it grows, it seems to be turning into this really strange, horrible-looking birch thing with like these fingers, almost like these branches reaching out towards all of you, seemingly reaching down, getting closer and closer with every passing moment. You rush as hard as you can, and you come forward, and you can see Alucio is standing there looking at this man. What's called Aaron. Aaron is still perched down quietly and just looking over at him and talking nicely and gently, and sort of just having a conversation with him. And as they both turn towards you, he looks up and goes. Aaron looks up and goes, it seems like your party do not agree with the words I have just told you. Hello.
Alucio, what did he just tell you?
He said he can make me great. He said he can make me take my father's house back. He says I can stop Namora. He says I can stop the war. He says I can stop everything.
He's trying to kill Barassus. He's trying to kill all of us. Barassus has had to slay all his men.
But isn't this what Barassus would want? Wouldn't he claim power if he had the chance? I've worked with him for 5 years. Exactly what he'd do.
Alucio, everyone hates Barassus. You want to be better man than he is.
No, I'm not better. I'm just like him. That's why he sacrificed that man to hopefully use me to become a god or whatever he wanted to. That's why I've made all the choices I've made up to this moment. That's why father is dead.
But that's a bit of a jump.
That's why he's dead?
It's me. That's the sacrifice I had to make for this power. I had to sacrifice something, and why should I stop with that?
So you killed your father?
Didn't mean to. I didn't realize it'd be that, but it's done now. It's done, and I don't want to lose this. I want to be useful. I don't want to be a burden. And I will kill anyone and anything that gets in my way to stop me from doing that.
This is not a good use of your powers, though.
What other use is there? I'm supposed to be some cursed child.
Cursed child, speak to the cursed child.
Surprisingly comes in more useful. I mean, Lucy... Sure, fine, okay. I'm not wearing any armor anyway. I might as well rip off my shirt and show that cursed child tattoo thing I have.
He looks at you and his eyes go wide as he gently reaches out to his tattoo at the back of his neck.
Surprise!
Why would you not tell me this after all this time?
Didn't know. It's a curse.
Why have all of you done nothing but lie to me?
Alucio, we have worked together. And sometimes we had to hide who we were. But I'm going to tell you something. I was a cursed child, and your father saved my life. And I've spent the last however many years trying to repay that favor.
Then why didn't you tell me that I wasn't his son?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
We did know that.
Did we know that?
Pause a sec.
Pause for a second. You do know this.
Oh, I feel like I do know this,
This
yes.
is a very important
Whose
fact
kid
now.
is he?
You don't know. You don't know where he came from, but you know he's a cursed child. And he wasn't really
He's
Malachi's
adopted.
son.
He could be bros.
And every time Malachi has sent him through on a dangerous mission, Malachi has not that much cared because he's not been his blood child.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I do remember that. Because I grew up without, well, mostly without a father figure. And I didn't want you to have to share that fate. Because God knows it isn't going to be one of us.
He looks at you, and you see like the tears are still forming in his eyes, and he once again repeats the words that you heard 7 days ago as he goes, "I wish I could believe that." As he does, the tree itself, that weird, horrible springing tree, reaches out and then attempts to grab you both.
Oh, I could
Kill the tree! Kill the tree!
Oh, I'm angry now.
All right,
Boy child.
make me a roll
What roll?
to
So
dodge
good
to
to
the
him
tree.
as well.
I know!
You were the only one who liked him.
No, not anymore. Just a roll.
No, it's athletics to get out of the tree.
Athletics?
Oh, acrobatics. Very nice. Both of you.
Would you not? Oh.
Oh, I'm happy.
I'm gonna argue for survival.
No! No!
It's a tree.
No!
Take 2 doom. Sure. That is no successes.
Alright!
Ouch.
That includes you too, Modiphius. So what you got?
Take a doom.
Yeah! I'm about to spend all of these, by the way. I hope you're ready.
1 success.
Nice roll. Alright, so both of you, as you basically see this happen, the tree reaches out and it wraps its branches around you all and it lifts you both up. And it starts to crush.
Ooh.
It's like branches pieces start to reach out and dig into your flesh. Starts to eat within you. It starts to basically absorb you in this horrible, terrifying way. You both take 1, 2, 3 points of damage. Your armor does not count.
Is that it? Oh,
Yeah, that's all you need. You'll be fine. You can handle
I
it.
don't have any armor.
Alright!
You see where
of us
liking
have any
Alucio has got you?
I'm sorry, go fight off your, adopted family.
Oh.
Oh, has it? Is it because yours got like Lucio got you here, or is it because everyone else hated Lucio's what got you here? Oh no, almost like if only there was more than just one good voice of reason that Lucio may not have turned this way. Anyway, back to the fight. It's your turn. You got 2 entourages.
Oh yeah.
They're ready to party.
Do they look like their movements are hampered in any way?
Yes, they're very hampered.
So I could run away.
You could try, but it will stop you. Like
Depends which way I'm running.
that's a good point. You're right.
Back to the merchant.
You can take him. Only 2. You can handle him. Just strike twice. You can use a fortune to second roll to roll twice. Just kill them both in 1 hit. Look at all this doom you can give me.
I don't think you need any more doom.
I'll be fine.
Have they both got shields?
No.
Okay, so they can't parry for free.
No.
But you can spend doom to make them parry.
Yeah.
Run away.
Be the coward that you really are.
Well, absolutely. Nobody else can see. They're busy.
Mm-hmm.
If I do back away quickly,
But heroically.
but heroically, will they get an attack? Or will it...
No, because you can disengage.
Okay.
So you can get away a little bit. They might chase you, but the movements are hampered, so you might be able to get away that way. The question is, where will you go?
I mean, I want
Especially
to...
since this tree is growing near you. And you can see it going bigger and larger.
Is that behind me or... No, 'cause it must be behind
It's a bit ahead
them.
of you.
It's behind them, right?
Yeah. So it's ahead of you. So you can run away from the tree ender and lead them to their fate.
Well, for now, I just like to run away from these two.
Which direction?
Well, I mean, away from them, away from the tree.
And away from your friends.
For now,
I just want to clarify.
Okay.
I'm going to circle back around.
Do you want to
That sounds
rethink
good.
this?
And I'm going to circle back around behind the buildings and, I'm quite badly injured for a hero.
You have one wound.
Quite badly injured.
Adon's like, you're like, oh, my nails. Oh.
I want to withdraw from them and make sure there's enough distance between me and them that I can
circle. Right, make an athletics test. See if you can run fast enough. Where are you heading? Where are you cycling back to?
Well, I don't know where anything is in relation to anything else apart from the trees behind them.
Yes.
Away from the tree. Directly opposite.
Opposite direction of the tree.
Yeah.
Okay. Make an athletics test. See how far. I mean, not just make an athletics test. You do it.
Okay,
You
fine.
run as fast as you can. You get out of the way. You are pretty much
Heroically
running out of the way of the area that you're in.
Baywatch style.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Drop one.
And that's when you notice the other barge. Coming down on the river, slowly coming in, you see a barge making its way towards the banks. Only the barge is covered in these strange writings and horrible markings around it. Fires are lit up all about it, along with what looks like the mouth of a dragon at the very end.
Oh, these guys. Oh.
Burnt along the side.
Charred, one might say.
Ah.
This barge wasn't one of the two that was following us with one burnt.
No, this is a completely different barge.
Okay. Can I skid to accompany halt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And skid to the side between buildings, so not go my full distance directly away from the tree, just sort of like take a
Side tour.
so the barge doesn't see me, and I'll consider what to do.
Next round.
Yes.
Okay, so we come back to you two. You are standing up and you are wrapped in these branches that are holding you up there. And as you do, you see the panther reach up and it looks over Alucio. And Alucio looks at the panther and it just slowly pets it on the head. And then it looks up at you. And the panther looks up at you. And then as it looks back towards Alucio, Alucio looks at the old man and goes, I'm ready. Subani appears from the darkness and picks up the old man. And as they pick them up, and as you're watching, all four of them, including the panther, start to walk away.
Can I not do my weird panther whistle?
You do your panther whistle, it doesn't answer. What do you do?
Do I have my spear on me still?
Yes, you do.
Can I try and stab a tree?
Yes, you can. Just check it. Get off me. Yeah, do it. Make the roll. If you almost go, make the attack roll, and you can, after you roll, you can either spend your damage to break yourself free or to damage the tree.
Okay. This is melee, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is only 2.
Take a doom.
Alright.
Actually, no. You know what? I'm just going to use the portrait for it.
Yeah! Are you okay, by the way? Are you cool? Are you alright? You got really serious. I'm like, okay, I'm not ready.
I'm sorry. This is intense, Lloyd.
Go for it. Make the roll.
Oh god. Where's my thingy majig? Sorry.
Take your time.
I'm a bit away with the fairies. Okay. 2 successes.
Two
plus
successes.
this 4.
Alright, that's 4 successes. You can break free or damage the tree. What's more
Break
important to
free.
you? Break free. You slam into it, you break out, and you fall. You fall quite a good number of things. You fall on your back. But that's all you can manage to do and put yourself up. Give yourself 2 momentum. Adon, what do you do? You can spend out 2 momentum to break Adon free too.
Yeah, I was gonna... Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm free. And I'm running. No, I'm
You're falling.
I'm like,
On the floor.
I just fall on the floor.
Yeah, boom, you're on the floor.
And then I help Credina to her feet.
Okay.
I'm
And
already up.
Well, and start running into the forest.
Are you going to try and get away from the tree?
No, we need to... Yeah.
I'm getting away from the tree.
But we need to
do
run
that.
after them. Can
I
we
need
run
to
in
go
the
to
same
those areas.
direction as them?
They're not running in the direction of the forest. They're running towards the barge. They're running towards the barge.
Okay, you need to go with them because you're charred.
Which barge? I mean, no, I'm not there, but are they running towards the new barge or
The
the
new
old
barge.
barge?
New barge.
You
Okay.
can see the new barge too.
I want to run after them. You should too.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I am going to push Credina towards the lodge.
So both things like get up and try to
then
move
I'm
as
going
you
to
can.
distract the tree as much as I can.
Alright.
No!
How are you going to do that?
Bye.
Mixy.
I have one potion left.
Make it really freaking good.
I mean, trees notoriously are flammable.
I mean, not live ones. They're actually quite bad at burning, but...
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
You country
This-
bumpkin.
I make a big old fire potion.
Uh-huh.
And I throw it.
Alright. Make me your alchemy test. Just one?
I can spend more?
Yeah, you need momentum to make it bigger and harder and more potent.
No, you do too then.
Alright.
Sure.
Oh.
I can't
You
give
can only spend one fortune per roll.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay. Can I give you Doom as well?
Yes, you can.
Cool. Take 3 Doom.
Alright.
My
2 Doom.
god.
Take 2 Doom. This is going to be a big old potion.
Do it.
That is going to be on alchemy. Oh, not great. Only 2 successes, 4 successes.
4 successes. That's still pretty good. You've made enough to set the whole three flame if you spend all your momentum. Alright, now make me a throw test.
Ranged attack, baby.
Alright.
Surprisingly, I'm better at this than anything else that I
Do you
have.
want to use this?
Yeah. Sure. And also take 2 Doom.
Yeah! Give it to me. I love it.
Oh.
I mean, that is still 3 successes plus the 2, 5 successes.
You chuck it at the tree. No momentum. That's everything. I'm putting everything into it, just being on flame. The tree sets up on fire. You hear it screams from within the tree of Auld Heath. But then it screams. You can hear screams of other people. The charms placed on it for every cursed child. You even hear your own screams screaming from this tree as it tumbles and reeks out and reaches out, and it's slashing at its crown, and it's breaking down buildings, and things are being ruined and destroyed. But it's all horrible. On the plus side, that gives you all enough time. Maybe if you're fast enough, you can catch up to both Aaron, Subani, not Samkwi, Subani, and Alucio before they get on the barge.
Yeah, as soon as I can.
Athletics?
If you had time.
Jeez.
What's happening right now?
He's getting so aggressive.
I don't like it.
I put in his tree, now he's mad.
You arrive at the barge,
No.
rushing as fast as you can, and when you do, you can see it leaving.
Oh.
Can we jump?
It's too far away, and you have to swim to get towards it. Standing on the barge, looking over at all of you, is Alucio, and he watches you all go quietly. The tears in his eyes are gone, now filled with nothing but determination. He looks you specifically in the eye, Adon, and says nothing. And then, as he turns around and joins your former colleagues for the first time, he wishes you well within his own mind and waves a goodbye, not expecting to see you again, as the barge moves off past the land and onto the rivers and onto the land beyond, leaving the three of you in a burnt wreck.
Wait, have I got onto them yet?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Actually, stop.
Oh.
You will get there
Okay, fine.
when the sun rises again. We will cut for time to move forward. By the time all of you have come back, the fires have died down. The two soldiers who were fighting against you have now been burnt to a crisp and been left alone, trying to find him and everything else, leaving the three of you alone. You find yourselves within the town of Auld Heath, burned to nothing, with nothing left behind.
You took my panther.
And a bit more than that.
Wasn't that the charred dragon?
Yeah, that was the Charred Dragon. This is very bad. This is very, very bad.
At least he's not a good leader.
At least, yeah. If they want him, they're doomed. Like we almost were. What just happened?
Alucio betrayed us and joined up with the very people that tortured me as a child and taught
Didn't
me
the charred
my
dragon
magic.
try to kill him at some point?
They did, yes. That was the thing that happened. He appears to have forgotten.
He has fun.
Well, the lure of power is great, okay, and he's a young kid. We need to stop him.
I mean, he's on a barge. We're not getting after that.
No.
It's not exactly I almost said a race boat. They don't exist.
Do we know where they're going? Downriver.
Where would they go?
Make me a society test.
Oh, I'd love to. Society. I'm good at society.
Dragon City.
Take a doom. I mean,
Not that it matters.
that's 2 successes.
With your 2 successes, you try to think, what on earth would you do in that situation? And you realize something. He's done his wish. He is still Lord of the House now. It is now House of Lord Alucio.
When he's going downriver, is that heading back to Aquilonia or
No.
deep into the media?
Deep into Media, but it won't take long for him to go back up by caravan and make his way back. After all he has to do is just get home, take his father's place, and the Charred Dragon now have a member within Aquilonia itself. And someone who has the right ear of the king.
That seems bad.
How fast is that donkey?
Yeah. Well, we can do.
Oh god.
Not fast enough.
Sarda's not going to take us all the way back to Aquilonia.
You realize something else that'll be very important with that road that you just made. If Alucio does get back, he can simply declare you all as traitors.
Of course he can.
And who knows what work he can do afterwards. You have found yourselves trapped within Numidia with almost no friends, almost no power, almost no hope. And all you have left is Saldar. And the fact that the Charred Dragon may possibly find to put an end to this war by putting one of their own in charge. And you know what? That is a great place for us to end to this season.
No, it isn't.
I warned all of you that this season's ending was going to be hard. I gave a choice. I said we could end it like Last Jedi or we could end it like Empire Strikes Back. And everyone said they wanted Empire Strikes Back. So here we are.
Did they genuinely vote that?
No, they didn't.
Oh.
But everyone else. I mean, actually, technically, yes, they didn't genuinely vote that.
I mean,
So
I knew Alucio wasn't.
Oh, shut up, Erasmus.
I believed it all along. I never liked him.
We saw you run away, but good, you keep her.
I was.
It took 45 minutes of searching
you
to find you.
can spend a fortune point to say you so run away.
Don't you dare.
All right, everyone, please give me your final thoughts as we end this season of I think I almost got Conan.
I feel very helpless, which isn't how I normally feel.
I think that's fair.
So, and I'm upset that I lost my panther. I now have 0 pets, which is
Bad for
truly
beast mistress.
Yeah.
Beast
Not great. Oh. I feel like we're worse than when we started off.
Yeah, we really
honestly.
are.
Like at the start of season 1, you know?
Well, that it's Empire Strikes Back.
I think Barassus is going to need to reevaluate. I mean, he was starting to have to reevaluate his position in things at the beginning of all this because he started off with a position of power and that just ebbed away, and now it's just a mess. So, even though he's the hero of the tale, he's going to need to do some thinking about what to do next. He doesn't know where he stands, what to do. He's a little bit lost too.
Oh.
Don't believe him! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I hope everything is going well for you. For those of you who paid attention, thank you very much for joining us for season 2 of our Conan stream. I don't know when season 3 will be, but like any good, fantastically well done show, there is always a bit of trivia after the credits.
Oh. Wait, do we get to see that too?
Yeah, I'm about to do it right now.
Oh.
Okay.
As you're standing there contemplating your life and figuring out what is happening and what you're trying to do and what else to go for, you hear the donkey arriving. It's riding down and it's riding gently and it's taking its sweet time, but it's arriving. And as you do, you see Saldar coming and he's waving at you. And there's someone on his cart. and it comes along. As the person comes up, they get off, and as they do, they pull their hood back, and you see an older woman, slightly quite well built, weapons decked across the nine, and they look up at all three of you, and then they give a very soft bow, and they look up and they go, "I'm here for Malachi's ashes scattering. I hope I'm not too late."
Oh.
Do we recognize her at all?
No, none of you have seen this woman for your life.
You're a little late.
I draw my sword.
Mm-hmm.
I point at it. Identify yourself.
She looks at the sword and she looks straight up at you and she goes, "I am Abassi of Numidia and of Aquilonia, and I am the princess of Numidia itself. And who are you to draw a sword against me?" And that's the way to the season. All right. And that's it, everybody. Thank you very much for all the work that you've done. I appreciate everything else. And we will see all of you next season.
Bye.
Bye.